So lastly this week, I want to big up my man right here. See, he gets it. In order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and the negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related. We want everyone to live a life that you love. Our hashtag, that's what it means. Hashtag I love our life. But in order to do that, you have to get rid of all that evil and negativity. There's so many angry and upset and negative people out there. We want to use our platform as a place of positivity, a positivity platform. So hopefully, who knows, next week maybe I'll only respond to positive comments. But we'll see. We'll see you next week. So look, here's another somebody asking about my one and only daughter, Julia, asking about how she feels about a post about her graduation. Well, how do you think she feels? She feels great. See, Julia understands the scriptures. Exodus 20:12, where it says, and I quote, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. See, she honors us, and in turn we honor her because she knows how proud of her we are. And here's something, if you're going to leave snide comments, at least allow us to tag you when we reply. It's so cowardly, but I guess that's to be expected. So how does she feel? She feels great. Thanks. Happy Saturday, everyone. So I'm doing a new thing. It's a weekly reply. And this is a really good question here. So we recorded Never Felt This way back in 1989. And we didn't have all the fancy stuff we have now, Pro Tools and computers. We recorded right to tape. But to have the kind of control that we needed, I would have loved to have played and sung the song at the same time. But I played the piano first. I sang the vocal second, just so we could have the control that we needed. So if I put reverb on the vocal, it wouldn't also go on the piano and things like that. So that is the answer to the question. See you next time.
I welcome you guys back on here. If you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. Now, in the latest news coming in from the McKnight camp, he has been dragged on the internet by so many people, because of the comments he recently made on his social media, that is his official Instagram. And these comments have brought in mixed reaction from a couple of people. Some who are saying that he's right, others saying he's wrong. These comments, he said that some of his kids, actually the older kids, biological kids, are actually evil, and they don't belong to God. In a recent question and answer Q&A he had on Instagram, there was one commenter who actually ignited all this, and he said that I want to big up my man right here, he gets it. That was the comment. Brian was reacting to the man who had actually said that Brian is right to call and disown the kids who he actually brought to this world. So it has brought in mixed reaction from different kinds of people. Others are supporting him, others are against him. But there was a separate fan who commented and said that God actually said that he is the one who brings children to the world. And of course, Brian had to quickly comment and said God wasn't talking about the children that are a product of sin, which these two are. I didn't raise them, their mothers did. I know the whole story before quoting the Bible, and take your inoculate negativity off my page and try being happy. That was Brian, getting at odds with a commenter who was trying to belittle him for saying that those kids are evil. And then there was also another commenter who said that honor your father and mother. Children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from him. And train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is older, he will not depart from it. Your children are a reflection of the work and prayers and spirituality and moral compass that parents pour into their kids. You disowned kids that you created, and you are also against God, but judgment day is between you and your maker. So carry on. then Brian had to come in and say, God wasn't talking about the children that are a product of sin, which these two are. I didn't raise them, their mothers raised them. So, there is a lot of words being said, and of course, this backlash, I think, on one side, it's understandable when you look at Brian's issue. He had issues with the mothers of the kids, and of course, who was paying child support for so many years, but then at some point, these kids became so entitled and created a beef between him and them, so he had to disown them. But on the other side, you have to be empathetic and understand that these are your kids, man. These are your kids. Even though you've got a new wife, obviously he has a new wife, that is Mendoza, that Spanish lady, and of course she's called Lailani Mendoza, and they have a new kid. By the way, even Brian had to change his name, from Brian McKnight to Brian Kainoa Makoa, and he named himself Senior. Then the new kid, which Mendoza brought to this world, was named Brian Kainoa Makoa Jr. So interesting stuff here. I would like to hear your thoughts about this whole situation with Brian and his kids, whether he was right to disown them and call them kids of the sin and evil kids.